The alien starship drifted silently in orbit above the desolate planet of Zethra 7. Its sleek, black hull reflected the pale light of the dying sun. Inside, the captured Catwomen, tall, lithe, feline-featured warriors from the outskirts of the Andari Nebula, padded nervously on their containment platforms. Their eyes, golden and luminous even in dim light, darted between one another. They had been captured by humans, the race they had always considered primitive and unworthy of respect. Commander Lyra, the leader of the Catwomen, hissed softly, her tail flicking in agitation. Humans do not negotiate. They do not show mercy. We will see death before sunrise. Her voice carried the grace of royalty, each word precise and commanding, yet laced with fear. Her companion, Zaira, smoothed her ears back, a gesture of unease. Lyra, why are they waiting? We should have been interrogated hours ago. They did not know that the humans were not soldiers of cruelty, but soldiers of honor and patience. Far below on the planet's surface, the human camp bustled with activity. The commanding officer, Captain Marcus Hale, stood with his hands clasped behind his back, observing the preparations. The humans had captured these warriors during a reconnaissance mission, expecting fierce resistance, maybe even retaliation. But Marcus had seen something in their eyes that told him these were not mere enemies. They were beings capable of pride, intelligence, and culture. "Everything ready?" Marcus asked, turning to his lieutenant. "Yes, sir," Lieutenant Davis replied. "They'll be arriving soon. Everything's prepared as instructed." Marcus nodded. "Good. Let them see what humanity is capable of, not just in battle, but in honor." When the transport pod landed, the Catwomen were carefully escorted down to the open courtyard of the human camp. Their golden eyes narrowed as they observed the human soldiers in standard fatigues, yet their expressions were calm, almost welcoming. Confusion flickered across their faces. This was not the terror they had anticipated. The courtyard was breathtaking. Long tables, draped in simple white cloth, were laden with food, fresh fruits, roasted meats, and exotic dishes that mirrored the culinary diversity of Earth. The aroma alone was intoxicating, and the Catwomen's stomachs rumbled involuntarily. Lyra's ears twitched nervously. She had never expected such a gesture from humans. "Eat," Marcus commanded gently, stepping forward. "You are our guests here. No harm will come to you while you honor this truce." Lyra's tail lashed back and forth. "Guests, humans, you dare show mercy to your enemies?" Her voice was incredulous, but there was also a hint of curiosity. Marcus smiled, a small, firm expression of confidence. "We are not your enemies, Lyra. Not if you choose not to be. We fight when necessary, but we respect strength and honor. And you, warriors of the Andari, have plenty of both." For a moment, silence hung in the air. The Catwomen exchanged glances, their instincts warring with the unexpected generosity. Slowly, Zaira approached the table, her paw-like hands hovering over a bowl of roasted root vegetables. Hesitantly, she tasted one. Her eyes widened at the flavor. It was unlike anything she had ever experienced, a harmony of sweet and savory, seasoned perfectly. Lyra, after a long pause, joined her, sampling a piece of roasted meat. She chewed carefully, tasting not just sustenance, but intention. The humans had gone to incredible lengths to honor them, respecting dietary laws, even researching alien physiology to ensure nothing would harm them. "This is a feast," Lyra said softly, almost to herself. She turned her luminous eyes to Marcus. "Why?" "Because," Marcus said simply, "we value life, even those who may be our enemies. True strength is shown not just in combat, but in understanding. Today, we show you what humanity is capable of. The Catwomen were stunned. Their culture had always taught that humans were barbarians, violent, short-sighted, incapable of true strategy or honor. Yet here they were, treated with dignity, with care, with thoughtfulness. They were beginning to question everything they had believed about this species. As the feast progressed, barriers fell. Conversation began, awkwardly at first, then more naturally. The Catwomen shared tales of their homeworld of hunts beneath. Twin moons, of cities built in harmony with nature, of traditions older than any human history. In turn, the humans told stories of Earth's struggles, its triumphs, and its diversity. Marcus listened carefully, impressed by the intelligence and passion of his guests. "You fight with honor, yes," he said, "but what truly matters is the choice to fight or to understand. You are learning that now, I hope." Lyra's tail curled thoughtfully around her feet. "Perhaps. Humans are not as primitive as we were taught. Perhaps there is more to you than violence." By the time the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a crimson glow across the courtyard, a remarkable thing had happened. The captured Catwomen were no longer captives in the traditional sense. They were allies in spirit, cautiously recognizing the humanity of their former enemies. As the last dish was served to sweet, rich dessert made from Earth's berries and nutster, Catwomen nodded in silent gratitude. Lyra approached Marcus, her posture regal yet softened. "You have done something extraordinary. You have shown mercy where none was expected, generosity where only greed was anticipated. Perhaps there is hope for our people to see humans differently." Marcus inclined his head. "It's a start. Today, you eat not as prisoners, but as guests. Tomorrow, perhaps as partners. We honor strength, and we honor honor itself." Lyra's eyes shimmered with something almost like respect. "Then we will remember this day, Captain Marcus Hale. The day humanity proved that it could rise above mere survival. The day we saw what makes a species truly great." As night fell, the Catwomen retired to their quarters, but their thoughts were restless not with fear, but with awe. They had been captured expecting death or humiliation, but instead, they had witnessed humanity's capacity for empathy, strategy, and culture. They had tasted not only food, but also the very essence of what made humans exceptional. The humans, meanwhile, returned to their own tents, satisfied but vigilant. They knew this was only the beginning. Trust was fragile, especially between species shaped by conflict. Yet they had achieved something remarkably in opening. A chance for cooperation, a bridge between worlds. In the silent hours of the night, Lyra whispered to Zaira, her voice barely audible, "Perhaps the universe is larger than our fears. Perhaps the galaxy has more allies than we imagined. And perhaps humans, of all species, can teach us what it truly means to honor life." And somewhere in the distance, the stars shimmered as if agreeing.